Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Shazib and today I'm going to discuss about the basic Linux command part 2. So we basically gonna discuss about the command that we left in the previous video. If you have not checked that video, you can check and the link is below in the description. So let's move to our basic commands in Linux. So the first of that command is mkdir. Mkdir, as name suggests, is used to create an empty directory. So I'm just say mkdir. I'm just gonna create with my own name, chance ls. You can say, you can see there is now a directory of name my size, and if we go inside it, see, of course it's and we know it's an empty directory. As already said, it used to create an empty directory. So that's what is used to do, just create an empty directory. And the second one is rmdir. What rmdir do? As its name suggests, rmdir is used to remove a directory. So rmdir, you can remove shaz that we have created previously, ls. You can see the shaz is gone. And if I want to say hidden file, there are hidden folders like VS Code and VS Code. If I want to remove rmdir.vs, it's gone. If I say ls, you can't see that, it's gone. It's used to remove a directory. So we already know how to remove a directory using rm space minus r command. That command is also used to delete a directory, but we can also use this command to delete the directory as well. So that's what mkdir and rmdir is. The first one is used to create a directory, an empty directory, and the second one is used to delete a directory. And the third command is touch command. What's touch command? Touch command is a very simple command. It is used to create an empty file. Say empty touch, there is file. So if I have a cat file to see what's in it, there's nothing. Of course the touch is used to create an empty file, so there is an empty file. So that's the use of touch, to create an empty file. Let's clear the screen. So what chmod do? Remember when we are discussing about lslh, then we said that we're gonna discuss about this thing later. So now is the time I'm going to discuss about it. So to understand this, we have to do something to get it understand. And this is my chmod command, and and this information either starts with D or a minus sign, as you can see. So what DS specifies, as you say here, it's a .vs code is a, of course, is a directory, as you can see, and this directory starts with the name D, and whatever else that is not a directory start with a minus sign. So that's how you can differentiate in using ls command whether it's a directory or a file. Any a file start with a minus sign and directory start with a D sign. So what are these rwx and rwx's? So that's we are going to discuss about. So first of all, you want to know there's three types of permission: read, write, and executable. That what it means: read, write, and executable. And there are three groups. First is okay, let me zoom. First is okay, zoom it more. First is the user group, which is defined in the short form as U, and the second one is group to which user belong. The short form is G, and others, and it can be defined by using O. So that's there are three groups: user group, group which the user belong, user to group which user belong, and others. So that's why we have seen there three: read write x, read write x, and read write x. The first of these read write x belong to the user. The first three belong to the user. The second three belong to the group. The third three belong to the other. So in this form, you can see the user have every right, every privileges in the read write or x, and in group you can see the group has all privilege read write x. But for others, they only have read or execute. They don't have uh, writing privileges. So in here you can see there's is no executable and this. So how to change this? How to change these privileges? So that's where chmod comes into action. So how to do this? There are ways to do change. Change. There are different ways to change the permission. One of those ways is digit, by using digit values. So for now, for reading, small r reading, we have digit value 4, and for writing we have digit value of 2, and for execution we have execution privileges, we have digit value 1. So if we want to give user all the privileges read, write, and x, so what we're gonna do: for read this is 4 plus, for writing this is 2 plus, this is 6, and for execution we're gonna plus this one, so that is a 7. So the command is to chmod. For we're gonna use three digit to first digit is for user, second digit is for group, and the third digit is for others. So if you want to give user every privileges, right, read, write, and execute, so 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. That's how it is 7. And if you want to give group only the privileges of read and execute, so read has a digit value of 4, and execute has a digit value of 1, so 4 plus 1 5. Similarly, if we just want to give others in the privileges of only reading, so we're just gonna read, of course, 4, and then file name. So let's jump into our terminal. So here this says chmod, and I'm gonna change about these file. I'm gonna change the privilege of file. So as already discussed, if we want to give users all privileges, and we want to give a group of use to which user belong, it's only the read and execute. So 4 plus 1 5, so 5. And for others we just want to give it the read correspond to digit value of 4, so file name is file only. Now if we do lslh, we're gonna see for the file, we as we have said, 7 means read, write, execute, as so every privileges so user have every privileges, and the group to which user belongs, we have given 5 means read and execute, so it has read and execute. And for the other group we have only given 4 corresponds to reading, so it has only reading. I have already told, the first 3 belongs to the user, the second 3 belongs to the group, and the third 3 belongs to the others. This is the one of the method. If we want to say we don't want to give anybody, if we don't want to give anybody any privilege to anybody, so we're gonna say 0 0 0, and if I say, of course nothing means 0. So this is if I say lslh, you can say for the file we don't have any privileges for any of the users. So for chmod, if we want to give user only read and write, so read corresponds to 4 and write corresponds to 2, as you can see here. So 4 plus 2 6. And for group of others, I'm just gonna give it a reading only, so 4. And for others I don't want others to give any of the privileges, so I just press 0, sorry. So file, if you say lslh, so now here I can say, as I already said, I just give 6 means for reading 4 and writing 2, so 4 plus 2, so I have already have reading and writing. And the second one I've given 4 correspond to the reading, 4 corresponds to the reading, so there is only reading, and 0 of course corresponds to nothing, so it doesn't have any privileges. That's how you can change the privileges of any file using using these digits and their values. So the second method is to write this. So chmod, if I say ls, here, so lslh, so as we can see, that here the file user don't have the right to execute, and I want to add the executable privileges to the user. So what I'm gonna do, chmod user is u, small lowercase u, plus we want to give, plus is means what privilege we want to give, so we're gonna give execute, and execute we're gonna add x, and then we write the file name here, file name. So in this case I'm gonna go to u plus x, and then file name is of course file. Now if I say lslh, you're gonna say that this time the file name has an executable privileges. That's I have written here. Suppose if we want to remove executable group to which user belongs, g, readable, this only have readable, so I'm gonna give it to the writable privileges. Let's say file name file, so lslh. You can see that now it has a writable privilege too. And similarly, if you want to give other privileges, only the reading privileges, let's say file l, first of all clear this is too much, sorry, mess, lslh. So you can see that now the other have a reading privileges. That's the second method to do it. And if you want to remove, you can use minus sign. If I want to remove executable permission from user, I'm just say chmod u minus x and the file name. So the first stand for user, group, or others, and then you can use either minus or plus sign, or then you can give the types of permission you want, so executable, readable, writable, anything. Suppose if I want to say chmod, I want to give user an x, and I want to give other read and executable, and I for that, and for other I also want to write give his execution and say file. So that's how you can also do multiple. So first of all, what I did, user, u stands for user. For user I give executable privileges, and for others I give read and executable. It's already have read, it doesn't matter. If already it has this, gonna it isn't gonna do anything because it's already have an readable executable. And we're gonna add the we have add executable, and for g, groups to which user belongs, we have add executable. So let's see, ls minus lh. In this case you can see file, I added executable privilege previously also present, so it doesn't matter. Just so I write for others, I write to read and executable, so now there is a read and executable. And for group g I write executable, so it has now executable. So you can do single or multiple, the same, it doesn't matter. It's clear. There's a third way to do it, third method that we do it. chmod, for user u is equal to we gonna give right as this, for a group we gonna give this, and for others we're gonna read write x, and then the file name. Suppose the file here, so to use this in a chmod, user, so in previous case we used to remove or add privileges to the user using plus or minus sign, but in this kind we're gonna specify which privileged user or group will have. So if I want everything in my user, and for group I want read and executable, and for others I will just only want to read it. So the file name is just file. If now I say lslh, you can see that user have every privileges as I have written read write x. You can write in any order, doesn't matter. And the group has read and write, write and execute. So group has run now read and execute. The group has now read and execute. And for O, which we only gave it like a read, so it's only have a read privileges. So that's how the three ways you can change the privileges using chmod command. Echo command. Echo is used to print the string we just used to print anything we have written on the screen. It can also use to print a variable, say var is equal to my var echo $var. So it doesn't matter, you can directly put it here, you can use creating a variable, just gonna print the same answer. So what special about this echo other than this printing? Remember we used a cat command, say cat file.txt, sorry, file.txt doesn't exist, there's only file4.txt. This is written in file4.txt, and suppose if we want to write anything in file4, overwrite it, we read it like this is me, enter control C, and if you're gonna say cat file4, this is how we overwrite. And this is by using double sign, we use it to double signed, we use it to append the changes in the last. This is second me, enter control C, we're gonna print cat file4.txt. sorry, I appended to the file 5, sorry, my mistake, appended to file 4. This is second me, enter control C, so cat file4, this is how it's, I appended in I did it in file 5, my mistake. So cat I here overwrite it with this is me, and then I here append it with this one. So this is how it is. There's other way to do appending or overwriting in Linux. If you don't try to do the cat and then you can use the echo command. This is what we have written in file5.txt, cat file5.txt, which is what we have written. So I use echo and say this is third me, and I want to append it to file 5. If I now print the cat using cat 5.txt, so this is what it does. It append this very string to the file. It's like using cat command. If you cat command this, and then you have to type. The thing is, you can do it in single line, and in that cat command you have to first write cat and then this and then file name, and then after that you can type that. And so basically it does the same thing, but it does in a single line. If you want to overwrite using command, go hey, and I want to overwrite the same file 5.txt. If I say cat file 5.txt, you can see it's overwritten by hey. So cat and echo does this proc the same thing, but echo does it in a single line while cat does in 2 or 3 lines. And the other command is uname command. Uname command means Unix, not uname command, it's uname command. Uname command means Unix name. Of course, in my case Linux. If you want to get the more information, you're gonna uname space -a, then say of course the Linux. It's a Wardo. Wardo is the name I have given to this PC, and this is my Linux kernel version. This is Ubuntu version, which is my base, and this is time, UTC time, and it just simplifies that I'm using a 64-bit GNU Linux. What GNU means? GNU means graphical. The Linux is just a kernel. It doesn't have graphics, so GNU adds graphics to the Linux. So that's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.